understand my obvious argument, we must review Isaiah 11, 59, 61, 63, Revelations 21 to 22, among other things. So why are they changing my look and trying to make me look like the people in charge and make me look like some nerd? Well, it's very simple, really. Okay. And obviously, when you go closer, you start to see a difference, right? A different face than you go farther. Okay, it's like, what's going on here? At least when I look into the video right now. Well, it goes like this. Justice and righteousness. It's like gravity with no anti-gravity chamber. Bear with me. This is a law of nature. If you don't live a justice-based life, you don't walk in the way of righteousness along the path of justice, Proverbs 8:20, you first live as the emptiness inside, the walking dead, so to speak, the soulless, and then you go to hell. The deal is lead scrambled. Okay, Del or devil. Which one are you going to choose? So, it's Proverbs 4:18, the path of the righteous is like the morning sun, shining ever brighter to the full light of day. This is how you get to heaven. The tree of life, the fruit of the righteousness, wisdom, and so on and so forth, right? The soothing tongue, a longing fulfilled, a longing to be right with God. Okay. So, after I'm gone, there's no justice that is possible, because these people in a calculated manner have colonized the world. They dealt with the token minorities. They cheated me out of my right to lead. When I look at the world, all I see is cultures that reject my argument, and many claim to be Christians and Muslims and Jews, or they claim to be righteous and so on. There's no righteousness or justice. Like Isaiah 5:7 or something. I looked at the vineyard of the Lord, in a sense, is the whole world, and I saw that there was no righteousness or justice, just violence and bloodshed and ill-gotten gains and trying to get me to settle and pathetic scales of romance and so on and so forth. Okay, we look at everything that matters. God is love. So I said, he can't get laid. You know, it's stupid. God is love. If they do not see righteousness, justice, and love in me and choose me over the fools in their culture, they're sick, they're evil, and they're insane. And no bad tree can bear bad fruit. They made a deal with the prince of this world to have a culture of this world to survive this far. And after I'm screened out, after the righteous have been screened out, it's the completion. Then they're done. Make righteousness and justice the measuring line, the plumb line. This is what needs to be. Okay? So you put on the breastplate of righteousness, you know, in what was it, Ephesians or Timothy or whatever it is, okay? Put the full armor of God, okay? The belt of righteousness, the belt of truth, right? Isaiah 11, okay? The sash, the belt. This is a recurring theme, okay? God is a God of justice. Psalms 50, he's known by his righteous acts. So this is key in my argument. Everything else is kind of fantasy, interpretation, fairy tales. That's why the angels are depicted as fairies. I can't go over this enough. This is why it's insane for all these crazy fucks in mental health and in the corporate states and their groupie-ass cultures, Trump fans, Antifa, mainstream Republicans pretending they're dramatically different from Trump fans, mainstream Democrats pretending they're dramatically different from Antifa, weird nerds and sex cults and all these horrible cultures that are allowed in the world because they're deranged like the corporate state is, okay, pretending that I'm sick. In the Bible, in their own Bible, predominantly Christian culture, it says the rich are deluded. Someone who is poor and discerning sees how deluded they are, okay, in Proverbs, and so on and so forth. The Spirit gives us, God gives us sound mind, sound judgment, and the judgment calls in martial arts, David and Goliath. We can go on and on and on and on and on, okay? Read these scriptures I brought up. You'll see that God faces the world as a warrior. I'm the only one doing that. Everyone else is facing him as some kind of fantasy, anime fan, role-playing fan, some kind of brute for the state, some kind of allowed brute UFC fighter, some kind of nerd. Beta is this beast scrambled. It's straightforward, okay? That's why they got to resort to changing the way I look and making me look a little bit weird, okay? I have the weird glasses, messing up my eyesight, etc.